Do you want to make your hero section stand out? Today, I'll show you how to add a grid background, dot patterns, and a stunning CSS gradient using just Tailwind CSS. These effects will make your landing page look modern and professional in seconds. So, without wasting any time, let's jump in. So, first here have a simple Next.js app where I have a here section with the heading, description, and call to action button with the dashboard image. Alright, so first let's go to the page.tsx and here we are going to add some magic. Here you can see I've just kept this here section within a div and a simple image. Now let's add our first dot background. So here first I'll create a div. Here you have got this a little nice dot background pattern. So how did I just code this? Now let's take a look at the code. Let's explore one by one thing. First, let's break down here like this. Then we have this section. For example, just to understand and explain, I am writing like this. First, we have given a radial grid as a background image with this hex color of the 1 pixel and 1 pixel. Then, we have given the background size to be the spacing between all these nearby grids or dots, you can say, and we are giving it a mask gradient with the ellipse format which is going to have 50-50% of the height and width at position of 50-50% that is at the center. Then we have here 70% and 100%. It means from 70% of the center, give it a color of FFF that is a white color and till going to 100% that is at the circumference of the ellipse, give it as a transparent color. Let me show you by customizing each of these. First, let's say if we give here 000, that means a black color. Then you see nothing happens here. But if I change the this little bit a grayish color to 000, then it's going to give black color for these each dots. Now let me show you how we can more customize it. First, let's increase its size. For example, let's say if I give it as a 80%, then you can see the whole page is has gotten the dot background. If I reduce it to just 20%, then it's a simple small circle behind all the content. Like that, you can customize it. Now let's keep it as a previous. Now even if I, for example, reduce this circles like this, for just showing you how we can customize this, I'm giving these things. Now let's see. For example, let's hide this image for a second, and you can see how it is now the circle like that. I mean ellipse like that shape. And if I give, for example, here 90%, then it's taking around the full width of the whole circle like that. So let's keep it as a previous. Now let's add our next grid background. I'm going to just comment it. Now let's add the code for the grid but having like squares. Let's just so now you can see we have the grid background. You can see now if I, for example, change this color to let's say 000, that is the black, then you are going to see like this the grid pattern. Now You can also similarly customize it here. Similar to the dot background, we have given the first background image with the linear gradient of from going to right with the hex color and again to the bottom with this hex color of the 1 by 1 pixel and again giving it a background size with the mask gradient effect. If you want to change the size between these background grids, then you can always do like for example, if I give it a 12, then the grid is going to be smaller. If I give it as for example 40, then it is going to be much bigger. Like that, you can customize it as per your needs. In simple, opacity of 40, you reduce the opacity. Like this, you just got the grid background. Now, let's try to make a gradient background for the dashboard image. Okay, so here we have this background from the image. For example, if I just make it hidden, then you can properly see how like the U shape the gradient has been came. So it's just basically what we are trying to do here, which is given the, again absolute inset 0, edge full and width full same properties. Then giving it as a radial gradient from 125 125 height and width, then at the position of the 50% and 10%, which is going to make it as a bottom, like half width, and again the white color at the 40% and this purplish color to the 100%. Like that, you can adjust this gradient, and that's it. In just few minutes, we created the dot gradient, grid pattern, and a gradient for your hue section. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment on what you would like to see the next. See you in the next one.